Welcome back to our Pilgrim's Walk, and there's only one place we're starting this week, and it's with this. Amazing stuff. And on behalf of all the blue side of Merseyside, can we also say, get in there. Well done. Thank you, Plymouth. How are we, fellas? Have we all come down a little bit now? Chris, that was you on the video we could hear there. Have you got a voice? You can do this?
Yeah, and I'm not embarrassed by it, and I'm not apologising for it. Absolutely brilliant.
Fantastic. Let's have some. One of the tweets I wanted to talk about was this. I thought this one Newcastle one was great. I've never seen nearly an entire country happy for a single team. Well done. Yeah, absolutely amazing. Let's have a chat then about Plymouth 0. Let's have a chat, shall we, about Plymouth 1, Liverpool 0. Chris, absolutely 100% deserved, wasn't it?
Absolutely, Mark. 100% deserved. You know, what's gripping me is all these people, obviously the Scousers, Liverpool fans, coming on saying that we played as third team, as choice. They struggled to put a team out. Unbelievable. They had two kids starting in McDonough and Leone. But don't forget they had Kelleher, Gomez, Elliott, Chiazza, Diaz, Jota, Timotaz. I mean, Diaz, 70 million. They brought on Darwin Núñez, 75 million. Chiazza, European 2020 winner with Italy, played 50 times for their country. This is no Muppets we're playing. This is a bloody decent team, you know, and we've done the business and absolutely deserved it. They were not on par with us. All right, we got with the penalty. Well, don't put your hands up and handball it. Yeah, absolutely deserved, 100%. And it's a reward after the game against Brentford last month. And we go again tonight. Let's see what happens 7:10. Let's get Man United down here.
You know it's going to be Preston away, don't you? You just know
yeah.
it's going to be.
Yeah. Preston, Burnley, Cardiff away, something like that. Yeah.
Just on that, what you just said, though, Lola made it a really good point here. Lola, thank you for this. For the Liverpool fans saying Argyle beat their B team or C team, a little reminder that Endo cost more than Argyle's entire squad. Jota, Diaz, and Darwin collectively cost more than Argyle have spent in their entire existence. And that just puts that argument to bed, doesn't it? Absolutely fantastic. Yes. And we'll finish on Chris. You ain't getting 4 trophies now. Fantastic, Chris. Right, Reese, who stood out for you then? We've got a few players to pick out, but for you, who needs the flowers on this one?
I don't know where you can start, really. I think the
back
line were just brilliant. I think Connor Hazard, for holding his nerve, those last 2 saves, you know, it was just you're always on the edge. The last 2, or it was 3 balls into the box, wasn't it? And he just pulled it out of the bag, and it was just, brilliant. I think for me, Hazard,
Okay. The redemption, of course, was pointed out. He has had penalties misses before, but Harry, there was the penalty miss. I think was it Stamford Bridge. I think.
When he missed
a penalty. So nice bit of redemption, of course, for him.
Yeah, it definitely was. Yeah, I think he said in the press conference that was on his mind the night before, and he just slotted it away. That was his only penalty miss, I think, as well at Chelsea. They used to take out of his 9 penalties, he's only missed 1. So yeah, great redemption story for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Jane, talk us through your emotions, please, on that when that 9 minutes went up on that board. What were you thinking? Oh, we've lost you. Oh, you're back. No, we've lost him again. Harry, talk us through what you were thinking.
Oh, I was like, of course it was 9 minutes. I mean, we did time waste a little bit, maybe 5 or 6, but I think 9 was just because it was Liverpool.
Oh, absolutely. They couldn't. No VAR to help them, so they have to get the time to help them. Jane, you back with us? No. Still not got you. Let's have a look at some more. Susie says, still buzzing. Absolutely amazing day. Time usually flies when you're enjoying yourself. The time seemed to drag after that goal. The 9 more minutes was agony. The relief when the final whistle went was so good. The Devonport end seemed to bounce. What a team we have. Brilliant. And Christopher says, we can now stay up. We're beginning to actually believe that. And of course, sorry to drag you back down to earth, but you've now got 2 games, 2 massive games in the next 5 days. Chris, does that result do anything to help your championship campaign?
Yeah, but it does, Mark. I think it gives us confidence. It gives the fans hope, like I've said before, and that's all we ask for. But the battling performance that these lads put in yesterday just gives us confidence to go in that a really important game on Wednesday against Millwall, which for me is more important than yesterday, if I'm honest with you. Our league is our bread and butter. That's what we've got to do well in. We need to stay up. It's a great division, this championship. And if we can stay on it, stay in there, the great escape is on as far as I'm concerned. If we can get 3 points at home to Millwall, will we get anything at Blackburn? I'm putting us down for a draw. I'm leaving at Masterclass in the morning for that one. Happy days. If we can get 4 out of 6 points, why not? We did it in the last 2 league games. So, yeah, yesterday can only bring on confidence. And them 2 back, those Eastern European guys we got at the back, absolutely stunning. Nothing's getting past them.
Yeah. Since they've come in, Reese, in particular, this guy here, who every time I watch him is just oozes class and confidence. Looks like looks like nothing's going to go past him. Is all Maxi. What's your take on? We talked about them briefly last week, of course, but yeah, what's your take on this week?
Him and Kadic are both. It's not just. I don't think it's just on the pitch either. I think the club put out this tunnel cam thing, and you watch it, and it's just this. They're trying to drag the team to become the next level of professionalism. It's trying to. We made that step up when we went from League 2 to League 1, and this is them pulling us up into the Championship now, and actually let's now start acting like a Championship club. And I think that's what they both bring into the club at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. One more player we need to talk about. Harry, if that's okay. Sorinola, as Gary was saying, was everywhere yesterday, including on all the videos at the end. Somebody managed to get himself spread across that pitch. Just talk to me about how special he's been for you recently, especially in that game yesterday.
Oh, he's been brilliant since obviously Joe Edwards has got injured and he's come in. He's not really had that many bad games. So he always gives 100%. He was my man of the match yesterday, my personal opinion. But even when he went down, with 75th minute, he still, just gave his all. That I think Joe Edwards will find it hard to get back into that right back position at the moment if he carries on.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the manager, of course, Chris. We haven't spoken too much about Miron, and he's had a lot of media duties this week, probably more than he would have liked. The biggest response to him and his comments was the fact that saying, "Give this man a lifetime contract." He's reminding people a bit like Danny Roll a bit last year, came into Sheffield Wednesday and turned them around. Young, very motivational manager. I'm going to ask you if you've been impressed with him. Of course you have, but what are you learning about his temperament and his style and the way he wants to manage from the touchline?
Well, he's very calm, isn't he? And I love the bloke. And every time he's got something to say, I love him even more because some of his speeches are Churchillian in likewise. And I'm thinking, what a guy is. He obviously loves a high press. He wants players to give 100%. I was yapping to one of the players recently, and he said he is so demanding. It's unbelievable. He said he hasn't actually said to any of the players, well done yet for something, because he always expects more. And if that's the attitude, then great. I mean, don't forget this time last year, Sheffield Wednesday and Queen's Park Rangers, we all thought were already down. Well, everyone thinks we're already down. And where did Sheffield Wednesday and Queen's Park Rangers ended up? Just under midway. I don't think we're going to end up just under midway, but I think we're going to get out of it. Like I said, the great escape with that man, it's doable. Yeah. And I don't see any reason why we can't go in with optimism now from the rest of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said. Right, we're going to leave the Liverpool game there, but before we do, we're going to ask you, we're doing this before the draw's made. Reece, who do you want in the next round?
I think probably United at home, or maybe Bournemouth away. I quite fancy Bournemouth. But yeah, Premier League home or away really.
Okay, United
So
at home.
Doncaster away, knowing our luck.
Harry?
No, United away.
Yeah. Chris?
Just to be awkward, I would have had Exeter City, but there's absolute zero chance of them getting through. So I'm going to say Man United, home or away, either one. Happy with that.
Yeah, it's a winnable game as well, isn't it? I think
Yeah.
home or away. Okay.
Yeah, and they'll have VAR in this time.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Right. Well, we've got carried away. We forgot to do our normal kind of contents. Here's what's coming up on today's show. We've done our Liverpool thank you, but genuinely on behalf of the football nation, thank you so much, Plymouth Argyle. You stopped the quadruple, and there's insufferable fans. Can bleat no more. We need to get your reflections on the transfer window. We're talking about the worst ever Plymouth Argyle manager, and because it's Valentine's Day, we're getting Chris to talk about how he fell in love with Plymouth Argyle. So stay tuned for all of that. Let's talk about the transfer window, though. Let me just check I've got the right one. There we go. That's what I wanted. Now it closed, of course, last week when we spoke to you. It was still a couple of hours open. How overall, Reece, do you reflect on how well the club did in the end?
I think they certainly pulled it out of the bag defensively. I don't think we could have really. Oh, sorry. We've just added a number of staff to the team. Sorry, I've just had a notification. Start that again. Sorry. A set piece coach is exactly what we needed.
Brilliant.
Sorry. Yeah, I think overall, I think they sorted out defensively. We needed to sort out back there. Worried about the forward line. Maybe we could have added another forward there. I'm not sure on Bailey yet, but we'll give him time and give him time to settle into the league.
Okay. Harry?
More outs than ins, but if I had to rate it, I'd say 6 out of 10. I think, like Reece said, the forward line, we probably, I think we were looking at another striker, but on deadline day, but didn't come in. But no, very happy with the back line. Obviously, Maxi and Katic are going to be massive for us in these last 16 games. So yeah, overall happy.
There were those when you sold Gibson to Preston, Chris, that said, "Oh, you're making a massive mistake here." But if these two carry on, you're not going to miss him, are they? And actually, Preston are very happy with how he started there.
Yeah, and don't forget, Mark, it wasn't us who wanted to sell him. It was, Gibson who wanted to go. So, and when you've got a player like that who wants to go, it's going to upset the changing room if you keep him. So with that in mind, I mean, Muslik's gone out and he's identified what was happening. We were leaking goals easily, and now we're not, was the clue there, because we just got two massive centre-backs in, and Polish Tim at left-back. He's doing the business. If we'd got that striker in, and it was desperate, we did need another striker. I'll go, at the moment, I'm going to put it down to 7, 8 out of 10. If we got that striker in, it definitely would have been a 9. But onwards and upwards.
Brilliant. All right. Let us know what you think in the comments. If you've been watching the last couple of weeks, you'll know that we've had a bit of fun over January. We put together our worst ever Plymouth Argyle 11. So let's have a look how it looks now on paper. Now we've completed it. Matt Macy in goal, Smith, Brown, Critchlow, Wattsmore, O'Keefe, Blizzard, West, Shifty, Chadwick, and Nardiello. I mean, Harry, that's a relegation side, isn't it? Have you ever seen one?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, that's National League bound, that squad.
Thanks for all your help putting this together. First of all, have they missed any? Is there any players you've watched the last 20 years of Plymouth that definitely should be starting ahead of this lot? And we need a captain. So in the comments, please, who's the worst of the worst on there? I know it's awful to ask this, but which is the one player out of all of those you wouldn't mind seeing the other 10, but you would never pay money ever again to watch them in a Plymouth shirt? Reece, for you, that would be, just out of interest?
Probably Tariba West.
Okay. Didn't have to think very long and hard there about that answer ever. Okay. Right. Now we need a manager, though. We need the worst ever Plymouth manager. Chris, can I come to you first on this one? Who's the one that sticks in your long-term memory?
Well, it's a strange one, this one, Mark, because he won the promotion in his first ever game. Never did anything, but Bobby Williamson, 2004. He lasted 12 months, and he was bloody awful, tell you the truth. He came in after Paul Sturrock. His very first game was Queen's Park Rangers at home. He sat in the stand watching. We won, and obviously he took a lot of credit for suddenly being the manager of the team that went up to the championship. But he soon proved his worth because he got us down the following season. And after 6 games, they got rid of him. So Bobby Williamson for me.
Okay, good shout, Chris. Reese.
For me, recent Ian Foster. I don't think it was just the on pitch. Well, whatever we were trying to do under him, it was the off pitch as well. The bullying of the captain. It was the manner in which he was managing the club, and the stories that have come out about him since. He just generally wasn't a nice person from the sounds of it. So yeah, for Ian Foster for me.
Good stuff. Harry.
Wayne Rooney. He statistically got the worst managerial percentage wins for us. I wanted him to succeed, but it was never going to work. So yeah, Foster as well was but nah, Rooney for me.
Okay. Some really good shouts there. Let us know in the comments which one you think. And to finish off with this week, it's Valentine's Day on Friday, of course. So we're asking our team in the next couple of weeks to tell us their love story with how it started for them in Plymouth. Chris, as our more longer in the tooth, forgive me for saying Plymouth fan, would you mind just sharing and recounting how old you were when you fell in love with the Greens and what was your first game?
I think I was about 8, Mark. I first started going 60 years ago at 8, and Plymouth born and bred, and obviously you support your local team, don't you? And part of the package of being born in this beautiful city of ours is supporting Plymouth Argyle. And when we go into a season with hope, we don't expect to get success, we hope to get success. So when we do get anything, it makes it that much more sweeter. Like yesterday, of course we're bouncing and things like that for yesterday's, and because it's success for us. The Scousers expect it, but we hope for it.
Brilliant. And all the family of Plymouth fans. Any of you got Exeter brothers or no girlfriends?
By now.
I've got a cousin. I've got a cousin who's Exeter, but I don't speak to him.
Okay, you don't send Christmas cards to him.
No. Well, he was once Argyle. He lived in Plymouth. Supported Argyle. He used to come with me up to about 16. Moved to Exeter and suddenly supported them. You don't do that.
Ooh,
Argyle is not just for FA Cups; it's for life.
Absolutely. It did make me laugh because we put out a tweet yesterday saying Plymouth, the whole footballing world is with you this afternoon, and very quickly the Exeter fans came on going, "Can we remind you, please, that we are not with them." Well, and likewise, you will be with them tomorrow night against Forest, will you? So there we go.
Certainly not.
Absolutely. Right. Well done again for putting the whole smile on the whole footballing fraternity world for knocking Liverpool out of the FA Cup. Good luck in the draw in an hour's time for this time of recording. We'll see you back here in 7 days' time, hopefully with a win at Ewood and against Millwall as well. See you then. Plymouth is staying up.